Morning, folks. Quick request question. Please, if you like the replays, if you like the commentary, etc., drop a like, drop a sub on the channel. Will be much appreciated. All right, today you're watching Norg, Dave, and Minnow. Dave's in his Moskva, Minnow's in his Yamato, Norg is in his Conqueror, and we're following Norg's point of view. He had an absolute cracker of a Conqueror game. You know, as we look at Dave's Moskva over there, Moskva used to be the tier 10 Russian cruiser. Then the line split happened. The Alexander Nevsky and the Petropavlovsk was introduced, and the Moskva became a premium. Now, I really don't know what they did to the poor Moskva, but I'm struggling with mine. I've got 20,000 base XP still to grind for the legendary module, and I just cannot get myself to do it. I really struggle with her. That's it. It's not a bad ship, and if you had it, you got a free tier 10 premium. A free tier 10 premium is always good. And we see the courier drop on the Harugumo. Poor Harugumo. Now the Conqueror, before the Smolensk, Colbert, etc. was introduced, the Conqueror was the OG of HE spammers. He's got fantastic range, I think 24, 25 Ks. It's got a base fire chance, if I'm not mistaken, of 47%. Demolition expert plus flags can get that to about 51%. Not as high as the Thunder, but she has 12 guns. Now, as you can see, North lands 4 shells there and sets the Kurfürst on fire, and he does 10,000 damage with a salvo. Now that Kurfürst has not watched the video of do not damage control a single fire. If you, in a battleship, are getting shot at by a Conqueror, guess what's going to happen? Now there's another fire. And now that fire is permanent. We'll see. There's a couple of battleships that's made that mistake during the course of this match. There's a Montana sporting one of the new Hasbro camos. And there's a Yamato.
Concentrate fire on the enemy.
One of the other, I don't want to call it tricks. Oh, look, it's a fire on the Yamato. And one of the other really nice, I don't want to call it a trick, let's call it a feature. One of the really nice features of the Conqueror is the British battleships get a super heal. It's referred to as a super heal. Oh, and this Kremlin is burning. He's burning, and it looks like he's flooding. And a Kurfürst gets 6 penetrations and another fire. And the Colbert burns down the Kremlin. Now you'll notice that the Kurfürst had another fire set, and then Norg put a fire on him and any damage control to fire immediately. And now there's a Holland shooting at him, and he's going to get more fires. Anyway. So if you notice the Conqueror's health bar in the lower left corner. Oh, and there's Kurfürst on fire again. The Conqueror, the Lion, and the Nelson gets what's called a super heal. So if they have HE damage, they can heal nearly most of it back. Quite a bit more than some of the other ships. I'll notice half the time Norg is on fire, and he has virtually half of his health remaining, and then it just heals it all back up. And then the Holland takes care of that Kurfürst. Would have gone a lot better had that Kurfürst managed his damage control altogether. And there's one fire on the Montana. And you can guess what the Montana did. He put out one fire. Guess what's about to happen to him again? Enemy Thunder kills that Harugumo. 11,000 salvo and 2 fires on the Montana. Montana gets a fantastic repair party and damage control, so I don't know why that guy did a single. Oh, and Zags in the Hindenburg gets taken out by Shimakaze. And a Dev Strike of all things as well. Oh, you can see that Montana's now got multiple fires burning on him, because he used his damage control on a single fire. So let this be a lesson to you, kids. Let a single fire burn. And there's the Witherer. Let a single fire burn. And he got hit by a torpedo as well, so now he's flooding. Now Richterfin gets the kill, which is a bit unfair. There is a Yamato and a Thunderer in a ritual mating that you don't see very often in nature. I wish I could do a Sir David Attenborough voice. In their natural element, the Thunder and Yamato are reproducing to bring little HE spammers into the world. No, I'm terrible at that. Anyway, as we were saying, don't damage control a single fire. Oh, and there's a Gearing doing a brave play here. Biggest problem for a Gearing, or any DD when it gets close to a Conqueror, is it can't rely on overpens. Because a Conqueror mostly shoots HE and HE doesn't overpen, so you saw that poor Gearing get wrecked there. The other thing was there was a Smolensk close to the Gearing as well, and that's just so unfair to to destroyers. Ooh, somebody is trying to paddle that poor Smolensk over there. Ah, it was one of the Yamatos. It was Sir David Attenborough's Yamato. So, now you'll notice here, Norg has a single fire on his Conqueror. He lets that single fire burn. Because Norg isn't an idiot. Ooh, the Richtofen just takes care of the Moskva. Holland sends torps out, Smolensk smokes up. Tier 10 gameplay. Oof, and that poor Yamato.
All stations, concentrate fire on the target.
I think that Yamato also used a damage control on a single fire, or his was on long cooldown, because he literally burned to death there and gets Norg his first kill. It's kind of sad that Norg has 164,000 damage and he only has one kill to show for it. And again, he had fire damage. Look at his damage bar, and he can easily heal it up. Why doesn't he do it immediately? Probably runs what is the flippin' skill, the one that fires quicker with more damage? It's too early in the morning. I've only had one cup of coffee. Adrenaline rush. There we go. So he's probably using it for adrenaline rush. Conqueror doesn't have the longest reload anyway. And Dave kills himself a Shimakaze. Well done, Dave. It's awesome having a clanmate with the name Dave, because we all hear Jingles always joke with Dave does this and Dave does that when he can't pronounce a person's name. We have a real Dave in the clan. And the Colbert unfortunately burns down Dave in his Moskva. And Org asks the CV to spot the Shima again, because he can't go into these islands if he's going to go into a wall of skill. We see 5 torps in the distance there, but the Shima has 3 racks, and I wasn't sure if the Shima had thrown all of his...
All stations reporting position.
Shima gets spotted. Shima gets absolutely wrecked. Wow, 2 fires, 2 incapacitations, and there is Nork's Confederate. So there's now Smolensk blind firing into the smoke, and I'm pretty sure he should be able to get the Shimakaze. There's the Shimakaze, he's only got 2,000 health left.
All stations reporting the position of a strategic target.
Oh, and the Holland actually torpedoes the Shimakaze. I would have thought the Smolensk would have gotten him with guns. And there's the Thunderer, and I featured the Thunderer several times. Fantastic, fantastic coal ship. If you're looking and saving your coal to get a tier 10, that would be my recommendation right there. And Nork gets his second kill. But he's now run himself into another Thunderer and a Colbert. Did you notice Nork had 2 fires, and then he put them out? 1 fire you let burn, 2 fires you let you let them burn. You put 2 fires out. 1 fire you let it burn, 2 fires you put it out. Especially if you're facing something like a Colbert. I mean, the Norg's in a difficult spot here. There's a Curio not coming at him. He's got a Colbert HE spamming him from behind, and he's got his damage control on cooldown. And this is where the Conqueror is great. 3 fires, and he just pops that insane. Ooh, Minnow, you beauty. Minotaur just devastating strike. Yoshino in his Yamato. This Curio is really trying to put the torpedoes on. And this is where that insane heal from the Conqueror comes in very handy. Even with 3 fires burning, Nork just then popped the repair party, and he printed himself half a new ship. And Curio, fortunately, still has planes remaining. Yeah, the Conqueror's AA is shit. And unfortunately, it's 1. Just gets 1 hit. Alright, so he's now finally out of torpedo bombers. Nork has finished with the brown pants moment. And there's the Colbert, there's a Thunderer, Colbert, and a Curio remaining. And Nork is nicely on 213,000 damage. But as they say in the infomercials, that's not all. He gets spotted by the Colbert, kinda knows where he's gonna go. Takes a pot shot. Oh, incapacitation, and sets him on fire. It's not nice being on fire, is it? No, unfortunately that Thunderer kills friendly Grosser-Kurfürst, and now Curio's back. He's back with a vengeance. Oof. He takes a chunk out of Nork's Conqueror here. Richtofen manages to bomb that Thunderer. Oh, he was shooting AP, and he takes a 15,000 hit point chunk. And there's that Colbert. And there is Nork's high caliber as it does 2 incapacitations and sets the Colbert on fire again. And because he used his damage control on the first fire, the fire is burning. The Colbert is a cruiser, so I'm going to do that much damage. And the Colbert kills the Holland. Oh, devastating strike. And the guys are putting out their comms to assault and 5D being other clans. And that was a beautiful, beautiful dev strike. Conqueror AP can Conqueror HE can Citadel cruisers. And the Colbert player is like, okay, nice game. And this game is about done. Nork's team 977 points versus 300 and something. And it's like Courier is not giving up, but he is fighting a losing battle as the points stack up. And the match is done. And we look at the after stats. 252, call it 253,000 damage. Your high caliber Confederate Death Strike, fireproof Dreadnought, 19 fires overall, 3 kills. Fantastic match, Nork. Thanks for sending it through. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoy the weekend. Further, it is Sunday here, and then we'll speak soon. Take care. Cheers.